Welcome to Egg Foo What? The first and only podcast about people eating stuff. I'm Mike Lisk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to another episode of Egg Foo. What? I'm Greg Wilson. Welcome. I got to give a shout out to my little brother. He listens to us,
Uh,
and he asked me. He said, "How come you never say your name after Mike says his name?"
mhm.
And I didn't want to tell him the truth that you asked me not to say my name and to only say your name. But
No,
so
you're
go,
you're the master of aliases, and I don't quite understand it, but I respect it. If you want to be Xmas time or call
did I
yourself
use did I
any,
usually say my name? Did I used to say my name? And
I tried to get you to. I thought you started doing it.
I think I mean it was always up on the video before until I
Hmm.
changed it, but
I
I think I
guess
used to say it.
now everybody knows who you are, so it's like,
Oh, it's out there.
why, why bother, you know?
Yeah. I'm not trying to be secrety. I'm just saying, did I used to
Uh-huh.
do it and then just stop for some reason? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, a little shout out to Ill Will.
Tell us in the comments. Do you want Greg to say his name or
How the people in the YouTube liking the laid back, easy chilling, Greg.
his bachelor pad? His
I didn't
space.
realize when you go to listen to us on Spotify, it plays the video.
Yeah, yeah. Spotify has video now. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And
Time for
so
me to get pretty.
yeah. I see. I see. Is that real fruit in the background or is that plastic? Do you have a plastic fruit basket behind you?
Are you daring me live on air to go take a bite?
I see an apple. Is that a peach? An orange?
Orange, apple, pear. Which
Wow.
one would you
Okay.
like me to bite?
Wow. You've got them all. No fruits and veggies for Greg. He's eating a real thing.
Trying, bro.
Yeah, trying. But no, I like the new angle. I like the new space.
Thanks,
Uh,
buddy. Maybe you'll
uh,
come visit someday.
maybe I will come visit someday. That would
I mean,
be
not here, but in the area, the
in
nice
the area.
hotel.
You can meet me for lunch.
Great
Get rid,
Marriott's around. Just
get rid
saying.
of me quickly, quick as possible.
Long lunch. Long
Uh-huh.
lunch.
So,
Well, I think I speak for everybody when I say that I'm on pins and needles. Do we have an update on the Mike Lisk Safari Park Times saga?
in due time. No, as I mentioned when I discussed it, they told me it would be a couple weeks because they're actually, believe it or not, they're open full time. They're doing it for the first time this year. They're open this week. They couldn't pick a worse week. It's been raining. It's been raining every day this week after Easter. Easter was okay,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah,
nothing but
I
rain.
stayed home today. My whole team worked from home because it was supposed to be flooding everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, it's been nonstop rain.
I love
I
it.
think I've mentioned Lake Lisk. Behind my house is the largest I think I've ever seen it. I
Lake
saw.
Lisk, is this the thing I'm supposed to already know?
No, it's just when it rains like this, we get pooling in the backyard, and it's like I said, it's usually it's kind of there's a dent in the backyard, and the water fills up, and so now it's expanding. I mean, it's as large as I've ever seen it. It's in the corner of the yard. It's not up by the house, so it's not really affecting flooding in the house or anything. But I looked out the other day. I saw a duck swimming around.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw. I took a picture. The picture, of course, is not good because it was pouring rain. I couldn't get out there and get a good picture. But
I was going to say that standing water like that obviously attracts mosquitoes,
um,
which is the number one killer of humans.
mhm.
But instead, you saw a adorable duck.
Yeah, and
That's the Mike List luck.
I like to take a peek out there. I'll see the birds getting in there and getting a little bird bath going on, a little bird bath action.
How much water is out there, like at its peak? Like
I'm
how deep?
saying it's got to be. I would say it's about 15 by 10 feet,
10 feet?
10, 10 feet deep, you know, by 15 feet long.
Wait. This hole in your yard is filled with water is 10 feet
It's not a
deep,
hole. It's a dip, you
but
know.
there's
So
10 feet of water in your backyard?
yeah, it's not 10 feet deep. It's not 10
Oh,
feet. I'm not giving you the depth.
okay.
I'm just giving
I thought you said deep.
length and width.
I think you said depth.
No,
Don't
no,
make me
no.
replay this in live time. I will embarrass you.
Depth, I would say it's about 1 or 2 inches. It's not very deep, you know.
That's all it takes to drown.
Yeah, that's right.
Tablespoon of water in the lungs, Mike.
It's
You be careful
it's
out there.
a tablespoon of water.
It's true.
I was going to ask you how your Easter was. Speaking of tablespoons,
Oh, a
you
delightful little Easter Saturday. Had a little nice pre-Easter dinner
uh-huh.
at my sister-in-law's sister's house. A couple of kids. Really great time. Had a nice time.
Hmm.
Nice beef.
Yeah.
Very classic, very classy. I like the beef, like a beef tenderloin instead of like the usual ham.
I was
Uh,
just going to say, that's kind of an unorthodox choice.
I
I
didn't think
like
of it
it, you
till
know.
right
Yeah, I'm not a
now.
ham guy. Yeah.
Not a ham guy. Like I'll eat it if it shows up. It's
Uh-huh.
fine. Uh, I didn't think of it till just now, but yeah, I was well pleased with that. Yeah, so that was exciting, and other than that, just chilled. Watched some girls basketball.
Uh-huh.
Wait, Friday night. What did I eat Friday night? Friday night, I was at Waddy's house. Uh, the most handsome man in America, according to our buddy Will, and father of Jackie Watts,
Uh-huh.
Egg Watts superstar. Uh, and that was really great. Oh, he made pasta. He made pasta. It's like really fancy pasta
Uh-huh.
with oil. And I think he had some sort of truffles, but I said, leave that shit on the side. I'm not eating
Hmm.
that. And sausage. It was really good. So nice food weekend for me now that I'm thinking about it.
You did good.
You did good. But I do have to say that mentioned this before. I think it was last week. I go to put on, this is Tuesday. So I go to the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Wednesdays, I work from home. So there's like 4 days every week I'm not wearing pants or jeans.
Yeah, no, we've already saw what you're wearing.
Right. Uh, so Thursday, I come home from work, jeans come off for the next 4 days, whatever.
Hmm.
Do my laundry, whatever. Tuesday morning, I just happen to be the same pair of jeans. First one's washed.
Hmm.
And I go to put them on. I can't come close to closing these jeans.
Uh-oh.
I can't come close to button the top. When I say it's not the top button, I'm like, it's like this.
Wow, okay.
Like I'm not, it's like this and I'm twisting and,
Hmm.
whatever. It's this. And I almost started crying and
Hmm.
sinking to the ground. Like, what the fuck happened? What did I eat this weekend to get like 4 inches on my hips?
Right,
And
yeah.
I was upset. I was like,
Uh,
oh my God, this is it. I'm number one, I'm gonna call into work. Call into
mhm.
work, like that's the thing. Can't come in today. I'm too depressed because I think I gained 100 pounds over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
How do you think this story ended?
Uh, you called in sick?
No.
Oh.
Uh Turns out there's a pair of pants I'd mistakenly ordered a couple months ago and kind of lost, forgot about, haven't returned them. Uh, and they're like 4 inches smaller. So there's no way I was going to get into them. So
I
after
thought
all that
maybe this would have been a
drama,
leftover pair from your many moons ago.
fifth
Your
grade,
what's that?
fifth grade,
No, no, no. The when you tried to, you were the subject of an article to lose weight, and you bought skinny jeans or whatever.
you remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember that.
I still have those.
Uh-huh.
Oh, young Michael, you are scratching me where I itch.
I
Uh,
felt bad for you, actually. I mean, buying the pants before you're there yet. It's like, really? Did you
well,
ever?
it's a
Did
good
you?
idea. It's like here's my Target jean. They were called
Yeah,
my Target jeans,
right.
and it's like Now those things, I'm never going to fit into those, but they were good to aspire to.
Uh-huh.
This pair was not those. This was
Okay, yeah.
still Fantasyland,
Hmm.
but like if my waist was a 40, this was like a 34.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I was like, oh, thank God. So I
Yeah.
got my regular jeans. So, but I forgot I still have those jeans. I will dig them up out of storage.
You
And
still have them?
if it pleases you, I will create some content around it, although I know I'll still get yelled at. But that was 15. Well, that was
Were they Jordache?
I'll have to look. I forget
No.
where I
I
went.
mean, I'm just
It
trying to
was
think of
me
some
and
of the old brands, right? It's that long ago.
Jordache. Tough Skins.
Tough
It was
Skins.
me
Well,
and my old running
that's
partner,
my
the
childhood
Fashion
brand.
Herald. My buddy, the Fashion Herald, Trish. Shout out to Trish. Just kidding. She's not listening to this shit. Man, we had some fun.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that was at least 16, 17 years ago. Shit.
Yeah.
It
And that was in the Times, right? Or the website or
was on Xmas time.
no, but she worked for
Oh, 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 oh. She worked for Bryant Park. I can't remember if it had some
was it a
connection.
website or a newspaper? I thought
Website, yeah.
oh, it was a website. Okay.
She ran this website for the nonprofit org of Bryant Park, like, hey, let's keep Bryant Park awesome. And
Oh.
that's how I got into all those fashion shows.
Okay.
Those were those are I'm gonna pat myself on the back for a minute, Mike.
Okay. All right.
And people could skip ahead because I know they don't like to hear me being
This is
joyful.
a unusual departure for Egg Foo. What
Well,
fashion? But maybe we'll bring in some new listeners.
I know people don't like me to be happy and joyful about things I've done, but I'm gonna stick
Uh-huh.
in their faces right now.
Uh-huh.
The videos of fashion, those Fashion Week videos, I might have posted one or two. I would put in my top five things I've done in the last 20 years.
Wow. Okay.
Definitely top 10.
All right.
But boy, those were fun. But anyway, I'm getting nostalgic now about Fashion Herald, Trish in her old days of running around. I'll dig up those
Did
jeans
you
for you.
see any celebrities during those events?
Yes. Saw
Yeah.
Bette Midler, Serena Williams, got this close to Posh Spice.
Posh Spice. Uh-huh.
Would you like me to post that video?
Yeah, I don't remember this video. Yeah, video, not photos.
I mean, I posted it like a year ago, but I'll must have slipped by you. I mean,
There's so
I
much.
spent I spent like a whole weekend putting this video together, but I'll do it again.
There's so much incoming that it's hard to keep up. I
I
mean,
mean, I'm,
yeah, I did see.
but yeah,
Uh,
I got. Somehow they let me chase her. I got within 3 inches of her. Like I could have just touched her.
yeah,
She was tiny. Who else did
Posh.
we? Posh, yeah.
Oh, she's tiny, really? Okay.
Are you surprised?
I don't know. I just assume a lot of these models are long legs and fairly tall.
Well,
I thought you had to be a certain height, right?
she did start as a model, right? And she's definitely not a runway model.
Uh-huh.
Ironically, that's one thing I learned from going to fashion shows
Hmm.
with Trish. And I'm not being mean. I don't want to be mean here, but a lot of these runway models, when it's
Hmm.
just purely runway for clothes, I'm not saying the face doesn't matter,
Hmm.
but they are looking for. I think I made a joke back then. Ironically, it's exactly like the NFL, like that you have to have the perfect body for this job.
Right.
You don't really care about the face.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm not saying they're ugly, but I'm saying you needed a specific body.
Okay.
But no, but first of all, I spotted her across the park. So by the time I get near her, I've been sprinting for more than 0 steps. So I'm already like, and they just let me walk right up to her.
Uh-huh.
Then she got in her car, and then I talked to this lady who I thought was the queen for a minute, the queen mom. All right, you've pushed me. You've pushed me.
The
I'll see if
queen
I can
wasn't
find the
there, but
little
you
one.
you saw somebody who looked like the queen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Or the Queen Mother at the time. She was British, and I just started talking to her, and
uh-huh.
she was just hysterical. She was like,
Uh-huh.
so. Who else did we see? What other celebs? Uh, I don't know, but for you, I'll put this video.
Okay. We'll revisit that particular week. Or was it a month? How long did it run?
Hold on, what run?
The series of you trying to lose weight and going to the gym, and there was a few posts.
Not long enough. Yeah. She got me to the gym.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to blame her, but I think that's what caused my back. A trip to the gym is what caused my back,
Yeah.
which just happened to be 15 years ago
Uh-huh.
yesterday. I sent it to you. Think about it.
Yeah, I saw you. I did repost that so people can. That was one of the highlights of your book.
And hey, I don't want to blame Trish, but yeah, this whole thing. We went uh to the gym. We bought our Target pants. I guess that's about it. And here it is, 100 years later, and mm, now I'm depressed.
Excuse me if I move out of picture and cough. I've got some sort of cough going.
Uh-oh.
I hope it's not long lasting. But I think I'm blaming the freaky weather.
Freaky weather.
It got warm and then it's cold and miserable and rainy. So I'm
I like.
hoping it's just the weather.
I was hoping. I was hoping it'd be crazy today. Flooding.
But
How you
yeah,
like the merch?
yeah, I like the hat. Good branding. Yeah, my Easter was not particularly eventful. It hasn't been eventful for many years. Um, I think I mentioned last time that my mother used to be the organizer of Easter,
Hmm.
and when she passed away, Easter just collapsed.
Yeah.
We couldn't get it together for Easter, so
I would
I,
think Easter's the last holiday that like dudes try to keep together, like, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, if you're not, a big super Catholic, I mean,
yeah.
it's not a church day for me even anymore.
Like who,
So
unless you're super religious, who likes Easter? Like
yeah, well, kids have the
I mean,
candy.
other than kids,
The
yeah,
kids
because
have the candy angle going, and there's
but
all that. I didn't have
between after you're a kid,
I didn't have one jelly bean. I'm assuming you had a bean or two.
no.
No.
I had some delightful little basket of chocolates.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Nice.
And then
Look
you
how casual am I? Look at this. I'm almost
well, now your sound is going out. You're getting too casual.
too casual.
Yeah. But so I went to my local establishment the previous night, and they had their Easter menu in effect. So I got the chicken cordon bleu. It was very good. Large portion. So I saved half of it for my Easter dinner. I had a chicken cordon bleu.
Is chicken cordon bleu a Easter thing?
No, I don't think so, but
Okay.
it was one of their items. They don't have that on their menu very often. So
I don't know if it's like a regional Easter thing.
no. But it's, nice little dish. They had some sort of stuffed shrimp thing going on, but I went with the chicken cordon bleu. It was good. And I
Mm,
made two meals out of it. So
mm.
that was it. Easter Sunday. Another
Easter
lonely
Sunday, Mike made two meals.
another lonely Easter in the books.
I mean, where would you rank Easter? Even when I was a kid, the least favorite holiday. Like it was the worst.
Yeah,
Right?
it's,
It's like they tease you like it's Christmas, but it's not Christmas because it's not toys. It's just fucking candy.
hmm
Then you have to go to church. Yeah,
Yeah, and my parents, we would go not just Easter, that's
Good Friday would go. Yeah,
yeah, we would, and then sometimes we'd even do the Holy Saturday
yeah.
or Holy Thursday, the feet washing, right? The Thursday is the feet washing. Um,
No, I don't.
so
I never
yeah,
did that.
and of course the readings, the gospel readings are real long, you know, crucify him, the whole it's
Are you editorializing right here, Mike?
no,
Are you making a statement?
I'm just saying it's quite an ordeal those Easter season there,
Yeah.
particularly if your parents are heavily involved with the church, and mine were when I was young. So yeah, it was quite a run. But you had candy, you had jelly beans. I didn't have one jelly bean for Easter.
Was that a
Bayonne
problem?
used to have a really good candy store, and they'd go wild with the jelly beans at Easter, and I'd
You
go over
like
there.
jelly beans?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't eat them regularly, but
Oh,
for a seasonal treat, yeah, you
all
get some
right.
good jelly beans.
Yeah, I can't. Like I get that they're part of Easter and they're fun, but
Jelly
not my.
beans are of varying quality. I mean, some are just like it's like pure sugar, It's like,
Mhm.
but there are
Mhm.
quality jelly beans. Some people don't like the spicy ones. Some people do. Yeah, the spicy ones wouldn't sell very fast at the store in Bayonne I used to go to.
Mhm.
So after Easter, they'd be on sale.
Well, along with
Cut
all the peeps,
50% off on the spicy. Well, the peeps were just disgusting. Yeah, you
we
avoided
we
those.
we
But
need a. I'm gonna put a challenge out to our fans. Let's see who can come up with the best egg foo what peep diorama. Every year Easter they have peeps, and now they're incredible. They've been incredible.
yeah, it's a
People make those
whole
dioramas.
cult now.
Let's see who can make the best egg foo what diorama out of peeps.
Yeah, okay. I like it.
You
Okay.
people have till next week. I'm sure there's a ton of leftover peeps lying around stores.
Yeah.
And let's see. I mean, hopefully we get more entrants than we do for our viewer mail.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, that did not go over well. But you were
well, it
very
sounds like you
busy.
had a laid back Easter at least, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
partly what you're hoping for?
quiet, nothing wrong with quiet, peaceful. I
Mhm.
like those things.
Mhm.
But I saw you were busy. You posted late Easter evening a video that you thought would go viral. I don't know. I think it was kind of a
I did not think any video will go viral. Let's be clear.
I would say this was maybe one of your biggest misfires.
What?
The the Reese's mini cups. You poured a couple of Reese's mini cups in a spoon, and then you topped it with whipped cream.
Yes.
My first question is,
And
do you always keep whipped cream in the house? I mean, is
no,
no, okay.
no.
Was
I
that
only got
was
into that. I saw them. I don't know why. I got the. I didn't know they had little tiny. Did you know they had little peanut butter cups?
yeah, I've seen them. Yeah,
They're delightful.
yeah.
So I was like, I'll get some of these and mix them in with my popcorn, little
Uh-huh.
late night snack. And yeah, for some reason, when I got him and looked at him, I was like, I bet. My first instinct was to open the bag and just like shoot the entire thing of whipped cream into the bag and just stuff it all in there.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I mean,
But I thought the more cultured, sophisticated, urbane, Liskian way
uh-huh.
would be to put it on a spoon hovering above the sink like a normal person. Uh, did you try this?
No, I have no desire
Okay.
to. Now, is this the first time you tried this? This was like a brainstorm you had?
No.
You've
I mean,
had
it's
this
not a
before?
brainstorm. It's just something that seemed to make sense. I was like, oh, let me try this. I mean, it's not crazy. It's chocolate chips. It's
No,
like chocolate peanut butter
like I
and
said,
whipped cream.
I don't think I've ever bought whipped cream in my life.
I haven't either. That's
Yeah,
a good
okay.
point.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I'd never. Number one, when I was a kid, if I went to your house and you had the spray whipped cream,
Uh-huh.
that's it. I assumed you were rich. I was like, who are these motherfuckers? Uh, yeah, I always had the Cool Whip. The spray stuff is just foreign to me. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever, other than this time, or maybe for some weird special occasion, like you're going to a dinner party or something,
Uh-huh.
or for my sexual gymnastics. I've never in my life thought about buying whipped cream. I don't know.
But you just saw it, you passed it, and it called out to you?
Mhm.
Okay.
I I thought, oh, so and it was great.
After you
I
bought
don't want to
the
do it again because it's like it's really, really good. I don't want to get in the habit of doing whipped cream and peanut butter cups. But I'm telling you, off the charts.
I mean, you didn't show the actual eating of the concoction.
Well, I
I
show.
I think
Okay,
that was, we should have seen that at least
right.
because I'm
Well,
sure it was an unholy mess.
I can see where you would think that a lot of videos are close to being great and would go over, tip over to greatness if only you could have a close up of my wide open mouth as food is being shoveled in
Well,
and chewing it. I'm
I,
sure that would be delightful.
I mean, how many cups were on that spoon? I mean, you crammed about six or
Not
seven,
6 or 7.
6 or 7 on there.
Yeah,
So you're
not too
throwing
many.
back six or seven of these things.
They're small, Mike. They're
They're
small.
small, but I don't know. It looked like a mouthful.
So,
And
and you literally wanted to see the
oh yeah,
mouthful.
that was the only thing keeping me interested in the video. I wanted to see what sort of mess you look like when you spoon that into your face.
Let me ask you something. The first time you saw Jaws, were you screaming, I better see some real chomping until Quint got it in the end?
uh
Only then were you happy? Oh, good. I can see him chewing them. Now it's real.
Well, I did see birds recently. The
Wait, spoiler
birds,
alert. Jaws, Quint dies.
yeah.
Were
No,
you
I
were
did.
you were you were you upset the whole movie until you see him getting eaten, and then you're like, okay, now this is a good movie.
No, I was not disappointed by Jaws, but I was disappointed by the birds recently. And this was, I think I may have talked about this before. When I was a kid, it was always on after midnight. I guess they wanted the kids not to see it. It was too disturbing for kids.
I've never watched it.
So we would try and take naps in the middle of the afternoon so we could stay up late at night and watch the birds. And I finally watched it recently, and it's really disappointing, especially if you're looking for the bird attacks, which is what you're there for, right? I mean, you want to see some bird attacks. In the
Are
first
you yelling
hour,
at the screen? Where's the goddamn birds?
there's like no bird attacks until like the last hour, so it's 2 hours long. No bird attacks.
And how scary can birds be anyway? Like,
Tippy Hedren gets her head pecked while she's on a boat, and then some bird slams into a door and kills itself. That's the first hour. That's it. It picks up towards the end. The birds start swarming and all hell breaks loose, but it's too little too late as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, it sounds like a practical joke, right? I mean, hey, I got this idea for a horror movie. Is it a horror movie or thriller? I guess thriller horror.
It's Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thriller.
Hitchcock. What do you got, Alfred? Birds. Okay, people have been scared in cinema. Sharks,
Hmm.
snakes, Godzilla, dinosaurs, bears. We haven't seen birds be total killer
Yeah.
badasses on screen yet. I found it hard to believe birds are, but yeah, it's a huge movie. So
Yeah, it has a couple moments of, just some people who've gotten their eyes pecked out, and or Suzanne Flechette gets attacked, and
oh, she's in it.
yeah, she is.
I do like her.
That's a nice bonus,
Oh,
but yeah, she doesn't make it. The birds get her.
can I say? Can I put out a hot take here?
Yeah.
It's going to upset some people, and I
Uh-huh.
need to know that you have the stomach for it.
We were just talking about mini Reese's and whipped cream, so I think my stomach can
I
handle
didn't mean
just
literally stomach, but I am interested in seeing Suzanne Pleshette, a beautiful woman, but without that Bob Newhart show hairdo,
Mhm.
which didn't do her favors. It was the era. It's not her fault. So I'm looking forward to then again what I'm saying. I'm not watching 2 hours about birds.
Well, you can zip ahead maybe, and I think her hair is a little longer, not quite the same short hair.
Let's put out a horror movie, mice. Like if you're lying there at night, 100 mice can crawl on you and just kind of nibble at you and annoy you.
Well, you had Willard, that was rats.
Mm,
So they're scary mice. The rats are scary mice.
birds.
Rats. You never
So
saw Willard?
birds is a big.
Yeah, it was disappointing, but it's a very popular movie. I guess some people like it. Um,
But is that a case of most movies when you go back now that you're kind of like this is really slow and nothing's kind of,
yeah,
is
I
there
guess
something like that?
yeah. I mean, if you sort of built them up when you were a kid, and then you watch them years later, yeah, it's not quite the same. Um, I didn't watch all the biblical epics over the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I did go. I did used to like to watch the Ten Commandments just
Hmm.
because of the sheer spectacle of it.
Yeah,
That Technicolor, and it goes on for like 12 hours. And
yeah.
Billy Crystal got a lot of great material for his old stand-up out of it. Yeah, I kind of forgot about it this year, to be
It's
honest.
got some, I guess ahead of its time special effects. The parting of the Red Sea, the staff that turns into a snake or a serpent. You know, it's got some interesting things, but yeah, um, the big one for us, it was always on the 4:30. We had a 4:30 movie when we were young.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant to ask you when you talked about sleeping during the day so you could stay up at night. Was that an arrangement you had with your parents? Like, I'll bank 2 hours of sleep in the day so I can have them at night, or is it just if you could do it, you could do it?
No, we were doing it on the sly.
Okay.
I think our parents wanted us in bed, but we try and, usually it was on a Saturday, so it wasn't like we were doing it on a school night.
So if you could physically, literally stay up.
Yeah, it was a physical thing,
Yeah.
because yeah, we weren't used to staying up late, and so we black out the windows with a blanket so we could try and get some sleep. No, we went through all these yeah, contortions to see the birds, and we never made it. We something would happen and we'd never get to see it.
And all these years later,
And then all these years
disappointment.
later, I'm like, wow, we went through all that effort for that.
After
But
all that, in the end, it's I would have been like this. Wait, so it's just birds?
yeah. Well, like I said, there's a couple gruesome scenes, and that would have thrilled us, but not enough, not enough.
Hmm.
Now, the big 4:30 movie, biblical epic when I was growing up was King of Kings. You ever see that one?
Heard of
No?
it.
Yeah, that was the
Who's
big
that?
one.
Who's in that one? Was that before the Ten
You know
Commandments?
what? I'm blanking out, and he died young. Um,
Jesus? Was it Jesus?
the actor who played Jesus. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that was the big one. And then yeah, you had the Ten Commandments. Ben Hur, I guess, gets into the mix. The Robe, the
All that was
greatest
about
story
Easter?
ever told.
Oh, there's not a lot of. I don't know if there's a lot of sitcom episodes around Easter.
Well, I
Like
could
they usually
see,
have a
yeah,
Christmas episode, Halloween
yeah.
episode.
Well, it,
Maybe
it's it's
Easter's a little
more it's
tricky.
more of a religious holiday. It really,
Yeah.
I think, broke out like Christmas, became a national holiday.
Do you think AI will have any effect on religion? Like people's belief in it?
I don't know why you think people are going to worship AI? Like the AI is going to have all the answers to life?
I don't know. I'm just asking, like at some point, what if AI could just definitively prove
I mean,
there's
I
I don't
think the
know.
guys who are creating AI think they're godlike
No, I'm
in
not
that.
saying they're godlike, but will AI be a tool that makes people realize or think, okay, well, there's no God. This is all machines and science, and we all figured all this shit out. And it could go back, we're almost able to literally see the Big Bang because we can see back 13.8 billion years. I just wonder if AI will have a more definitive uh, find for that. So,
Well, AI is being run by humans, right? So to
yeah.
me, it's always going to be defective. And, some of these recent AI experiments have sort of flopped pretty badly, right?
Well,
Uh,
I'm not talking about AI in general. I'm just saying it just occurred to me to wonder if it, what kind of effect, because people are already kind of fading off of religion a bit
mhm.
uh, in general, except for extreme cases, of course. I just wonder if it'll be some sort of way that has a breakthrough when it comes to things like that. I mean, but then again, you can't prove a negative, so what's the point?
Do you see that as a positive thing or a negative thing?
Well, you can see it as a positive in the fact that you look around. you think, well, it's 2024. Why are we having wars about religion?
Hmm.
But obviously, that's a silly thing for me to say. Um, it's just a general question. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you sound generally optimistic, and I'm probably more pessimistic as far as that goes. I just think, more people, I mean, less people are going to be in control, right? I mean, actually,
Well,
the Daily Show. Did you see the Daily Show this week?
uh,
I mean, I was not a Daily Show fan during its heyday, but what's his name came back for
Jon
Mondays.
Stewart. Yeah.
What's that?
Jon Stewart. Yeah.
Jon Stewart. Yeah. So I've been watching on Mondays, and this week's episode was actually probably the best episode. He did
Hmm.
a thing on AI. And
Oh,
basically,
good.
yeah, AI is just going to get rid of lots of jobs, you know.
Mm.
And what are we going to do with those people? Are they going to be happy with
Well,
AI taking their
well, I think the
jobs?
bigger point I'm kind of arguing against myself is 2024, we have more information and science and technology than ever that proves science for the last couple billion years. And there's still gazillion people that do believe in religion and God or whatever. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
I think, yeah, I don't see AI as the solution to religion. If you see religion as a problem, I don't see AI as the solution to that. No way.
Okay.
People obviously get something from religion. It gives them their life meaning.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we've had this discussion before. I'm not particularly religious, but I understand why people are, and
Mhm.
I don't, we have freedom, freedom of religion. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a
Yeah.
judgment thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, do you think it would have an effect? I don't know.
No, I think if it has an effect, I think it may be negative. If we're too trusting of AI, and we're just going to let the machines run
Well, I
things.
don't think it'll be a case of us being too trusting. I think it's going to be like everything else.
Hmm.
Eventually, it's just going to get in the hands of the absolute worst shitheads.
Well, yeah, that
That's what's going
yeah,
to happen.
that goes without saying. Like I said, there's human beings involved, and yeah, I don't trust human
It's just going
beings
to go along the way of
to the
everything else.
pest
It's
always.
like, oh, we have this great thing, and we can, if we can be responsible with it. Well, eventually, shitheads get it and ruin it. So,
Yeah.
but hey, you and I only have 40, 50 more years left anyway. So,
Wow, you're very generous. You know, I
oh,
think
but I'm
maybe.
sorry, between us,
Well, you've obviously got than I do, but I give myself
obviously.
I give myself 20 tops.
Is this because I have a fruit bowl behind me? Is that why you're so
Yeah, no,
optimistic
you're
about me?
you're obviously you're on the upswing. I'm on the downswing. But
That should be our next T-shirts. Greg, upswing, Mike, downswing.
yeah, let's move on from the heavy stuff.
Oh,
Did
can
you
I have a happy note?
oh, sure.
One more thing to love about my new apartment is it's uh where I was before, it's all the way down the hall. So walking to the elevator, if you have anybody come in the opposite direction, is a fucking nightmare because it's like 30 full seconds of like having to pretend you don't see each other yet or
Yeah.
checking your phone, doing all that nonsense. Whereas this one, I'm 2 doors from the elevator. I'm like 8 seconds. Boom.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom. But
Yeah.
2% chance of bumping anybody
God,
on the hallway now. So
we're back on your hesitation to have any contact with other human beings.
well, it's not, no, that's not the case. In this case, because when
That's what
I'm
it sounds like to me. I
no,
mean,
because it's in a hallway passing situation,
yes.
I'm happy to do the nod, the
Yeah.
whatever. I can't do the 15-minute build up when we're coming
Uh,
together like Miss Piggy and Kermit in the open field, like running into each other's arms.
yeah.
Because it's not like you look at each other down the hall and start talking or nodding your head and whatever. You have to do that thing where you pretend you don't see each other until the very last second. And oh,
Yeah.
I
No,
like
I, I,
I like
I,
I like the hallway nod
okay.
as
All
long as
right.
everybody keeps moving.
Okay.
Uh,
No,
so
I
yeah,
lived
I'm
in a
very happy.
building. There were only five other apartments. very narrow staircase, no elevators, obviously. But so you'd have, some interaction on the stairs, right? And it
Mhm.
was basically you let the person go because yeah, it's awkward to try and pass somebody on this narrow stairway.
But at least with the stairs, you're winding down. You don't see them for like 30 full seconds as you're coming to each other, right? That's
No.
the awkward part. That's the
So
terrible
yeah,
part.
no eye contact until
I mean,
you
what do people do before phones with that? Because now you just pretend you're staring at your phone while you're walking.
uh-huh. Yeah. Well, yeah. The phone is the great. Well, that's been a boon to you, I guess, right? Having a phone that you could always whip out and avoid these awkward human interactions.
Well, yes and no. It
Uh-huh.
makes it easier, but I've always gotten yelled at, not yelled at, but usually when I walk, I have my head down anyway,
Uh-huh.
partly because I don't have good eyes. So
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be looking around because people have seen me and like,
Right.
hey, and then and I don't see them. So then later they're like, hey, I saw you in the street. I waved at you. You didn't say, hey, what are you, an asshole? So then I learned to just kind of look down and shuffle along.
If only
Uh,
there was something for people with bad eyes, who have trouble seeing. If only, yeah,
when science
yeah,
catches
maybe
up,
AI will come up something for you
when science
to help
catches
you
up,
with this vision problem of yours. I still can't get over your resistance to get glasses. I mean, do you own a pair of glasses that you just refuse to wear?
no.
No, but you need glasses, obviously.
I mean, I only need them far away. Like if I'm looking across the room at a TV guide on somebody's TV, that's bad.
What about like print on a television screen? Can you read the print on the television screen?
That's what I'm literally just talking about. What do you
You said something else. I thought
uh
you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
read
that's
you
tough.
can't
Like
read the score of a college basketball game.
depends on where I am, how close I am. But yeah, that can be tough. Like words on a TV screen can be tough. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but other than that, like unless I'm driving, I don't need to see.
well, I always thought that like maybe you stopped driving because you didn't want to wear glasses.
Because I'm that vain?
I don't
Because I'm
understand.
that pretty? You thought I was that pretty.
I don't know what your resistance is to having good eyesight is. This has been a question I've had since I've met you.
That's an
A-
interesting
a-
way to put it.
And you disclose that you don't have good eyesight. And
Right.
I'm like, if I'm without my glasses walking around in the world, I feel like, you know, I get anxiety. It's like,
Let's say I don't have that bad eyesight. I have perfectly fine eyesight, except for like far off, smaller things. Like getting around is no problem. It's not a problem,
when's the
but
last time you saw an eye doctor?
2012.
All right. And before then, probably another 12 years before. Every 12 years you check out the eye doctor.
Maybe never. I don't know.
Jesus. What about in
But yeah,
school? This was probably discovered in school, right? Because you
not
had to
my
take
school.
you didn't have to take an eye test every year,
Yeah.
and
And
you pay you,
they were like, you have crappy vision. I'll be like, thanks.
I mean, I had to get glasses when I was in school, and yeah, I resisted glasses. I used to try and sit close to the blackboard. I didn't want to wear glasses, but
I don't have anything against glasses.
hmm
I just never like if my eyes were that bad, then yes, I'd get glasses.
hmm
I did try contacts for a second. I couldn't do it. You ever try those?
Yeah, I've worn contacts as well, and yeah, you have to get used to poking your eye. But
I wore glasses the whole year I lived in Richmond because I was driving. So I wore
uh,
glasses then.
okay, okay. I'm just trying to look out for you because I think
I appreciate it, bro.
it could cause problems down the road.
I got the bowl of fruit though, so I'm all
And
right.
you can get some sharp looking glasses and
I don't have a
give you a
problem.
whole new image, give you a whole new image to work with.
You know what I did like about glasses when I had them? I like to use them as a prop.
Uh-huh.
I like to take them off, chew on them,
Yeah.
point around. Like you look smarter when you take off your glasses and you point at something.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, hmm. I'm sorry. So what were you saying before you started? Making fun of me from Jet Black.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I was going to move into. I know I talked a little about it on the best show, but I wanted to hear your. What did you think of the Bruce appearance on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Oh, I thought it was great. He was funny.
Uh,
Like I saw him pop up, and I was like I know Bruce is funny. He's a funny guy, you know. But I'm like, I don't know. He's gonna do like semi-scripted,
mhm.
whatever. I thought it was great. What did you think?
I don't know. I mean, all the cameos. It's like they're cramming in these guest stars for the final run here,
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's another
it.
thing. I'm like, so after all these years, the finale is gonna be centered around Bruce Springsteen.
No, I think
Really?
I think he's done. You think he's going to be in the next episode?
I don't know. Well, the whole thing is like, oh shit, he had to shut Bruce Springsteen's tour down. I guess now it'll travel with Matt. How happy were you to see Matt Berry in it?
Yeah,
Uh,
no, he was good. Yeah, I mean,
uh,
but it's like they're going overboard with the guest appearances, and it's just like it seems like they don't even know what to do with them.
well,
Like
it's crazy
Bruce, like
because
let's just have Bruce sit at this table. We'll have a little chat. We'll throw him
yeah,
the line, floor fucker. That was his big line. But I don't know. It just seemed like, yeah, Conan O'Brien. I felt the same way. Let's just have him walking his dog, and
yeah,
we'll show him in his apartment with his guitar. And yeah, and the apartment scene with Bruce, it looked like it was the same apartment.
yeah,
I'm like, really? Did they shoot it on the same day? They had the apartment and they got
it's
two for one
maybe.
shots.
Well,
But
that's funny because there's a reason Larry has a different house every season
hmm
because they just rent a house and then they have to get another one whenever they start up again. And I'm like, hey, uh, why would Larry David not just stay at a fancy hotel after Cheryl left him?
I don't know. I
And there's
thought the house
two
is.
different episodes where he talks about how great hotels are. He'd live in a hotel. He's not sentimental at all about these houses.
I thought
And
it's
then,
been. I thought
why
it's
didn't they
supposed.
just buy a fucking house 20 years ago?
I thought it's supposed to be the same house for the last few seasons.
Maybe every couple seasons it's the same, but for a long time it was every year they'd have to get a new one. That's why, and sometimes they built it in like, oh, we have to move this wire, so we can't move this wire, so we have to get a new house, whatever. But then I was like, well, isn't one of the things about the show that Larry David is a gazillionaire? Just buy a fucking house.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would have appealed to people who like
Or staying
fancy
in a
houses.
hotel, which would fit more his character. But you're right, because this episode threw me off. Going into it, I was like trying to figure out the finale like anybody. I was like, he's either going to be obsessed with dovetailing it into the Seinfeld finale, or it's going to be some sort of non-finale or whatever. But then I'm like, so is he going to do all this dancing on lasers? So in the end, it's all going to be Bruce Springsteen and COVID?
No,
And
I
if it is COVID, is he literally going to end the world? Is that how he's going to do it? I don't know.
no, I think your initial prediction and Tom Sharpling is supporting your prediction that it's somehow he's going to somehow end up in jail. Um, who will be with him? Will there be anybody with him? I think there's a good chance he may be by himself, which
Mhm.
he's sort of painting himself into that corner because it was
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Let's see if the world's greatest what's the word? Fuck. I was gonna say anthropomorph. What? Misanthrope.
misanthrope. Yeah, that's the word.
Misanthrope. Finally gets what he wants,
Yeah,
says he wants, and
right.
solitary, I don't know. It's unbelievable. There's only one episode left.
Yeah. Well,
Spend all this time, and all of a sudden, one more episode.
the last couple episodes have been pretty weak though.
The whole thing's a mess. I spend most of the time screaming at it. But
Yeah.
I love it and I'm gonna miss it. But yeah, there's a
Uh-huh.
lot of times where I'm just screaming. I'm like, come on,
I
this
think
is
they're
dumbest.
they're timing it correctly. Yeah, it's running out of gas, so
It's
did
running
it.
out of gas for doing what they want. They could just spend the next 20 years just. I would watch him and Larry, Tracy Ullman, and let's say Vince Vaughn in a car, just drive back and forth across country. I
Yeah.
don't need I don't need these crazy fancy Seinfeldian tie-ups that are, I don't need that all the time. It's great when they work, okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think sometimes I think he'd be better off just whatever. But
Hmm.
what are you gonna do, Mike?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
So I'm sorry. On the best show, you did what?
Well, we were talking about the episode a little bit. Actually, you'll be happy to hear Tom Sharpling is going to see Bruce Springsteen for the first time.
One of Jersey's own has never seen
and he's
another of Jersey's
and he's going to see
own.
him in California. Although
Wow.
California was, I'm sure he still probably has a place in California. I mean, he had a place in California for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you surprised he's never been?
No, I mean he's talked about it. He's a fan through pretty much the river, and then he felt like there was sort of a drop off after the river, and he's sort of been, I guess, a sort of checking in here and there. Although he really liked Western Skies. Is that the name of
Do
that
Jersey
album?
people, do
Western
Jersey people
Skies?
get defensive about being Springsteen fans?
No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, but I think there is a divide between the Bon Jovi fans and the Springsteen fans. I don't think the diehard Bon Jovi fans are also Springsteen fans.
Right.
And I
But
don't
it's not
think
a case of like in the Curb episode where Larry realizes Leon's embarrassed to eat watermelon in front of white people.
uh
Do Jersey get do Jersey people to get upset or defensive about liking Bruce?
no, in fact,
Seen liking Bruce.
no, I think the opposite is true, that if they don't like Bruce, they're very vocal about it.
Mhm.
A lot of definitely anti-Bruce sentiment in New Jersey. It's not a unanimous Bruce fandom
But do
in
you
New
think part
Jersey.
of why they're so vociferous about hating Bruce as opposed to not caring is because they feel as Jerseyans that makes them somehow better or
Well, yeah, it's pushed a lot, right?
yeah.
People just assume you're from Jersey. Oh, you must be a Springsteen fan. Yeah, I mean, it's a stereotype.
Mhm.
So yeah, people don't like to be stereotyped. So if somebody pushes that on them, they get a little vocal about it. They get a little attitude.
Does Tom have a favorite Bruce song?
Who? Tom?
Tom. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good question. I don't know. I'll
Thank you.
I'll ask him about it after he when he reviews the show.
Why don't you tell him when's the show?
I think it's this week. I think he's playing California this week.
You tell him you if he tells us his favorite song, we'll do a cover of it. We'll record it.
Me and you?
You see me laughing?
What are we gonna do? A duet?
Whatever we want.
Okay.
It's his song,
Uh-huh.
and we'll do a cover. How about that? That'll
Yeah.
go viral.
I know he liked Western Skies. Is that the name of that album?
Stars, I think.
Western Stars?
Yeah, that got
Yeah.
the one spin when it came out.
I even saw the movie. I tried to give it my all, but yeah, it didn't look back.
Yeah, the last couple. I don't know if usually up through maybe up through Western Stars. I gave the obligatory spin to.
Hmm.
I mean, I loved a lot of Magic, going back that far, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I've given the last couple a real spin. I mean,
I like the death haunted songs on Letter to You.
you know what? I'm wrong. When that came out, I really liked it. I don't know if it's because it's pandemic. I was in the middle of my health thing, so I feel like it came along at the perfect time, and I really liked a lot of that record. Haven't really been back to it, but
I
but
bo
I
I
like
bo
that.
I boiled it down to a 6-song EP.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
So it goes 1 minute you're here, Letter to You, Burning Train, Last Man Standing, Ghosts, I'll See You in My Dreams. And I'll play that every once in a while if I'm in that mood, you know.
I love now it's a little clunky. There's a lot of clunkiness in the verses for some reason, but I like Ghost. I always like Ghosts a lot. I think that's a great song.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one I that and Burning Train, which I
Hmm.
love too. You can tell he was just chomping at the bit to play live.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he's finally getting into those. Those two I like. I like Letters to You, the song. What was the other one? You
One
said
minute you're here and no,
mm,
you didn't like that one.
no. The last one you said.
I'll see you
Feeling
in
you.
my I'll
Yeah, I'll
see
see
you
you
in my
Monday.
dreams.
Yeah, yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it's almost like a concept album, and he could have I think he should have kept going with those themes, but then he dug out that song from how long
Oh,
ago,
right.
and it's like, what? You dug
That
that song?
was it Mary Queen of Arkansas or something?
No, no, is
No.
it the priest or something weird?
There's something
Yeah,
Mary
let
and
me
the
get
Priest
it.
or
It's gonna
something.
bother me now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
But
he dug.
I liked, like I said, I don't know if it's because of,
If I was the priest,
yes. Oh,
six, almost 7 minutes long too. And yeah, why did he unearth that? Because I guess people, the super fans sort of heard about this song and they wanted to finally hear it. I'm like, really? Well, now we have it. Are you
yeah,
happy now? Are
I
you
forgot
happy
about
now?
that. That does stick out like a,
Should have stayed in the underwear drawer, right?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's because of my situation at the time, but I remember being really happy when it came out. But Ghost and Burning Train, I played a lot over the last couple of years. So,
Yeah, like I said, there's a sort of concept album about aging where he sort of was exploring those themes and he's losing friends, family. I'm like, yeah, okay, well that makes sense. He's, in his 70s
mhm.
and that should be what he's thinking about. So I sort of took those songs out of the mix and I can enjoy those songs.
Mhm.
But anyway, um what did you eat this week? Just fruit? You just have in the background? Did you have a
This is going
special?
to push me to go back to the candy
Well,
thing.
you had the Easter meal, I guess, you've talked about that.
I don't know. Those, yeah, those are big things.
Uh-huh.
Nothing exciting. Uh, did I have Chinese food? No. I was
That
gonna
was
have
lit.
egg young Sunday.
Uh-huh.
I think at this point, I think the only reason I want to have a family now, I think I said this before, is just so I can have egg foo young Sundays. Force have a couple of kids just so I can force
Uh-huh.
them to eat egg foo young on me. Make it a regular thing.
Crack the whip.
At this point, that's the only real reason for me to have kids.
Now you've tried to get some young ones in your life. You did a video about them eating the egg foo young. Did they like it? Have they ever had it since? How did that
Talking
go
to some
over?
young
Now,
ones in your life is a strange thing to say, but you've seen the videos, with three
yeah, they were
different kids now.
excited, but they kind of liked it.
They
Yeah,
liked it.
but did they ever ask for it again? I mean, is it
Yes,
some they have? Okay, all right.
all three of those kids, including a for what superstar Jackie Watts,
Uh,
my goddaughter and her brother, they've had it since. Yeah,
okay, so you've made 4 converts so
three. Yeah,
far. Three,
four.
three.
Count you? Am I counting you?
You are count well, yeah, count me. And there's a bunch of people who've tried it on this show. I haven't heard any real negatives. People who try it generally like it.
As
So
long as they
yeah,
get the
okay,
good gravy,
yeah.
they'll be happy.
Well, I'm sticking with the salads. I went to my Italian deli that I went to last week with all the free samples. I think I'm going to be going there for the next couple of weeks as well. Lots of goodies there. It's a good place. I think I spent 3 times as much as I used
Yikes!
to used to spend at the Chinese place because well, I'm getting food for the week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm getting other stuff, and it's gonna last. It's not just a couple things, but it's a little more expensive. But they have some good stuff there. So this week I got what they call the chef salad. Again, it may not qualify as a legitimate salad to some people. It did have
Is it the same one you got last week?
no, last week I got the
Right.
the caprese,
Get crazy.
caprese, which turned out, as you saw the photo, is not a true caprese. I mean, there was no tomatoes in it, and yeah, it was.
I mean, you set that up on a tee for Jerry to fucking swing at. I
Well,
mean,
no, I knew
I
it when
can't
I
help you,
saw
bud.
it. No, I knew it when I saw it. And like I said, after eating those samples, I couldn't just like give them a hard time about this caprese that obviously is not does not it doesn't even look like what's on their menu. You know, the photo on their menu looks correct. So there's been some sort of change up in the kitchen. I don't know what's going on. But this week I had the chef salad, which included it was almost like a sub in a tub because it had ham, turkey, roast beef, and provolone. No, Swiss cheese.
Big blocks of cheese.
No, it was like little swirls. Have you
Oh,
ever
okay.
gotten an antipasto where they sort of swirl the meats together?
Yeah,
So, I mean, it wasn't like that turkey salad I showed you where it was like so much turkey and cheese
yeah.
that it like, where's the salad, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't like that at all. There were like four little swirls in the corners of the salad. There were black olives. There was shaved lettuce. I mean, shaved carrots. Um, what else was there? Olives. Well, I said the olives. There was tomatoes in it, but like kind of small slices, not the large sliced tomato you usually see. There were some cucumbers in there. The one negative for the salads from this place is that they everything is on a huge bed of lettuce, which I get it. You know, it's a salad. You got to have your lettuce in there, and they it's the
Sometimes it
crispy
wears
kind.
you down trying to get through all that lettuce.
It's the crispy kind that you like. That no, it's the iceberg and none of the
Bullshit.
highfalutin, none of that highfalutin lettuce we don't like.
None of the bullshit is what you're
but
saying.
but the lettuce bed it is too much, you know. I mean, I've got it, you know. I ate all the good stuff is laying on top,
Mhm.
and then you get the little lettuce bed, and there it is.
Just no, it's an abyss. It just goes
This
and goes and
you,
goes. It
you
doesn't
get it,
end.
you get into the lettuce abyss, and it's like, yeah, I know it's good for me. You know, I know it's not packing on the pounds, but there are limits to lettuce consumption. Can we just say that?
You can
You
only
know, it's
chew
like,
so much. Like, Jesus Christ.
you
That
know,
jaw.
and it came with a Italian dressing, so even that gets tiresome after a while. But it was good.
And then you're like, you don't want to, and then you're like, I guess I should save this basketball size worth of salad of lettuce I have left
Right,
over.
it's
But
hard
it's
to
like,
throw out, right?
who, well, that then you open up the fridge and it's just looking back at you sad. You're like, what the
Well,
fuck?
well, that's what I did. I that's what I did. I took out last week's and threw it out and replaced it with this week's.
There you go. And we'll
So
throw that out next
I'll
week.
throw that out next week. But yeah, your heart, just to throw it out right now, yeah, it's hard to get there.
Hey,
Uh,
every time, let me tell you something about throwing salads out in the garbage, Mike.
yeah.
It gets easier every time. That first time it's the toughest,
Uh-huh.
and it gets a little easier. Do you think those things, the salads I was joking about, like the big blocks of ham and blocks of cheese,
Right.
aren't they like a big fuck you to somebody who's trying to be healthy, like a salad? It's like, oh, thanks for getting a healthy salad. Here's some mini car batteries of meat and cheese on the
It's
top.
yeah,
Right.
it's sort of misleading, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of
The person who's buying the salad, but then what also happens is once somebody who's trying to make that first push into salads, say like myself, and then yeah, you want to take some baby steps, but yeah, they're giving you like pretty much like antipasto, which is just like full
yeah.
of meat and
And
cheese
look what
and
they challenge you to bypass the meat and cheese and the good stuff to get to the salad.
Yeah.
You know, if I had that kind of discipline, I wouldn't be fat in the first place.
Well, that's it. Um,
Yeah, we need to work on these salads.
they know what they're doing, because because then probably some people, once they see what the salad's all about at a particular place and they're not particularly healthy, they're like, oh, I bought a salad. It's like I'm trying to be healthier, right? But then
Well, that's like the salads at
take a look
McDonald's.
at it, it's full of meat and cheese.
The
Yeah.
salads at McDonald's aren't much more calories or any fewer calories than a Big Mac. So it's like,
uh,
well, I guess you feel better eating the salad.
yeah, no, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
And speaking of that, we've had a discussion before about kiosks,
we
right?
have.
People who use the kiosks rather than to just have a normal human interaction with somebody, say at the bagel place.
I feel like that's pointed at somebody on this call right here.
But here's the method to that madness that I should have seen this. I mean, I feel I'm kicking myself that I didn't see what these kiosks do. They're always upselling. So when a place puts those kiosks in there, they're getting 10% more sales because people are, being upsold. Hey, do you want this with this? And yeah, I've seen that at Quick Check when I get a sandwich. They're always, hey, would you like this side order? So it's always upselling, and it works.
Right.
People, yeah, maybe I would like that. Next thing you know, it's on their order. They weren't thinking about it before they got to the place, but that little kiosk, just an innocent little device, right? It's
April
selling.
23rd,
Always be selling. Always
2024.
be selling.
April 3rd, 2024. Mike learns how the world works.
Well, no, I guess you know what it is. I
It's just easier to do it
I
and
think
let
I
them.
am sort of I don't always go to the sinister, cynical side. I look at that as a positive. That I should have just realized that once those kiosks, it wasn't just an antisocial thing. That it,
Mhm.
it was a way for the businesses to make more money. Always, yeah, you should always be thinking, well, okay,
You do know that's their number one priority, and there's no close number two, right?
yeah,
You know that, right?
yeah, yeah. But
That is another thing AI will pull the curtain on. It will finally expose this bullshit that business leaders are these benevolent, noble jobs creators. They're just trying to create jobs. Oh God. I mean, the people who have fallen for that dumb shit over the years is astounding. And if AI doesn't finally put an end to that, without a doubt,
mhm.
then I don't know what will. But it's funny. It's funny you seem to have this thirst for human connection in cases like that. But I think you present yourself as a curmudgeon.
No, I,
And you're
I,
a lovable curmudgeon.
no, I've people, friends of mine, have noted my cynical outlook at times, and I'm aware of it. But I think there's also a secret, a suppressed, optimistic side. I don't think I'm totally bleak. And as far as like making the human contact, I mean, it has to do with my current circumstances where, yeah, I'm not really interacting with people on a regular basis right now. I'm hoping actually the job will, yeah, that'll be another positive thing about the job is that I'll get into a regular routine. I'm hoping I'll start sleeping normally again. You know, certain things will come back that have sort of been out of uh
Mm-hmm.
out of
Okay.
whack for the last couple of years.
So you like these run-ins with people in terms of transact, like even at a McDonald's, you want to talk to the cashier. A little
Yeah.
burst of humanity, little serotonin.
Well,
All right.
listen to this.
I'm
Listen
down
to
with that.
this.
I'm down with that.
I did a good deed today as a
Shut your
res
mouth.
a good deed. Listen to this.
Because I have an idea for your cheeriness, so don't let me forget. So go ahead.
Had a good deed of the day. So I go to my Italian deli. There's a 7-Eleven down the. It's a strip mall, of course, and I get my Powerball ticket because I'm going to hit the $1 billion number tonight.
I just discovered this week they sell them downstairs at Wegmans.
Wow. Okay. All
So this
right.
is probably our last podcast.
What, they hide the machine? It's like way in the back in the corner
I'd never
someplace.
seen it before, and I'd always I don't know if Virginia was illegal in Virginia for a
Uh-huh.
while, but it's like you couldn't do it online. You had to
Uh-huh.
find a 7-Eleven, and all of a sudden boom, it's downstairs. So
Did you get a ticket?
no, I guess I need to.
Okay.
When's the drawing? Is it
It's,
Wednesdays and Saturdays?
it's tonight. It's tonight.
Okay, yeah, I'll get one for tonight.
All right.
And if you never hear from me again, you know what
Good
happened.
luck. Good luck.
What's
So
it up to?
anyway, I get my lottery ticket. Yeah, I don't play it regularly, but for $1 billion, I'll throw a few bucks at the thing.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm coming back to the Italian deli, and there's like a little brick ledge around the window, and there's a wallet sitting there. I'm like, what? Somebody left their wallet just right here out in the open. So I grab it and I bring it into the deli and I present it to the lady. I mean, I didn't see any evidence of cash, so and I don't know how to use I don't know how to break hack into people's credit cards, so uh, or banking cards. But so anyway, I just brought it in, presented it to the woman at the cashier, and so yeah, I didn't even look at anything in it. And the cashier figures it out. She pulls out the banking card, sees the name. Oh, it's one of our cooks. So she went in the back. I said, "Are you gonna tease him about like where his license is?" I didn't see the actual teasing. I could hear something was going on. She was giving him the business, about leaving his wallet outside. But
A
yeah,
good Samaritan.
so I did my good deed today, and it's all because I didn't use a kiosk, or
Oh,
or I didn't
nice.
call in my order.
All right. Look, hey,
I would have
I'm
just
not,
walked
you're right.
in, picked up my order, did not speak to anybody. Also, I learned a word. And Jerry again will be proud of me.
Humility.
I was looking for angel hair pasta, and they have everything there. I'm like, well, why can't I find angel hair pasta? Well, another dumb moment. I did not know the Italian word for angel hair pasta. Do you?
What are you, an idiot?
Do you know?
Yes.
What is it?
I'm going in the tunnel.
Capellini.
Capellini?
Yeah.
All right.
So I learned a word, and I got some angel hair pasta. I
Are
got
you
it.
playing the lottery tonight?
Yeah, I am. I got a ticket. I just told you
Last
that.
time, I usually I do a couple times when I go down to Richmond. And if it's a big number, I'll. And one time, a couple years ago, my buddy and I went. We got 5 tickets, 6 tickets. Me and him and his wife and his 3 kids. And it was, if any of these tickets win, then we all win, whatever.
Yeah.
And they thought I was crazy because I made us all put it in writing that if we win the lottery, any of these tickets win, we all split or whatever. And everybody thought I was crazy,
Uh-huh.
an asshole, da da da. And what do you think? What do you think? Like, I'm sorry. How many times have you seen this story? Co-workers go in, they do
You're
all
right.
the
Yeah.
same
No,
thing,
it's
and
a
if they
thing.
win,
It's a
all of a
thing. Yeah.
sudden
Yeah.
the shit hits the fan if you win.
Yeah.
And of course, it's crazy. Oh, they're like, what are your thoughts? Was I over the line in doing that?
No, you've got evidence. There have been stories about, yeah, these group purchases and uh things going astray when they hit. So yeah, I mean you were covering your bases.
Yeah.
Uh
And the odds of him being able to do it was 5-1. Like,
yeah.
because he's got 5 and I got 1. And so I made them sign it. We didn't win,
Yeah, okay.
but
Well, it goes
I
without
think I
saying.
was right.
No, I think you covered it. Yeah. I mean, it can get sticky, and you've seen stories, right? There was a
Yeah.
big story about some guy with a disputed ticket, and No, it happens.
We all think we're sweethearts and super nice, but then
Uh-huh.
$1 billion gets waved around. I'm just saying. So,
But the Bayonne way, if
oh
a group
boy.
of if,
Oh boy.
if a group of people if a group of people went in on a pool like that,
At the cash and check, what is it called? You always check stop,
quick
check mark,
quick
quick
check.
check.
No, no, this now I'm talking about Bayonne. There was a little coffee shop, sandwich shop across the street, had sold lottery tickets, so we were always running over there.
Hmm.
And what you would do is everybody would take a photo of the numbers you have,
Hmm.
so you at least have some proof
Yeah.
that you were in on it. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he says he does that at work. There's always some guy at work, work situations who want to run this thing.
Yeah.
They're the guys with the gambling problem, and it becomes obvious when they start organizing these pools.
Yeah.
But this isn't. It's only like I think everybody puts in $2. It's nothing crazy. But
Yeah.
I said to my friend, "Well, do you get a photo? Does he make a Xerox of the tickets?" He's like, "No, no, we trust him." I'm like, "Wow, okay." People still
Yeah.
trust each other in the work.
Yeah. I had a fraternity brother back in college. Like it took me a while to figure it out, but he always happened to be the one who collected the money
Yeah,
after meals, and
it's one in every group.
like,
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of free meals.
uh,
Well,
well,
you'll
yeah,
play and I play, and then let's see who wins.
okay.
Is it like 800 million or something?
I thought it was a billion. I thought
Is it a
it.
billion? All right.
I thought the last one was a billion, so it's like really insane now.
Let me tell you something. If I win $1 billion tonight, I'm sending you a check, and that dopey little one you sent me is going to feel pretty stupid. Let me tell you, if I win the $1 billion tonight, I'm doubling your check.
Okay. All right, I'll do the same. We'll do the.
All right. Everybody's a witness.
Everybody's a witness.
If
We're
Mike or
gonna
I win the lottery,
we're gonna split it between us.
no, 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 no. I didn't say that. No,
Oh, oh,
the check you sent,
oh, okay.
I'm going to
Oh,
double that.
oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not
so
splitting
I only
shit.
have to double that check to you as well?
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're not splitting shit.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
you win, and
All
then I'm going to
right.
try to use this in court to claim it's not what I meant.
Back to the bagel
No,
shop.
no. You'll get a taste. Don't worry. You'll get a big fat taste. Don't worry.
Everything bagels are in the news this week. I've got two items. What are
You've
the
been on
odds?
on the bagel train for weeks.
Yeah, what is the odds of two everything bagel news items? Food in the news. First one comes from Tim Smith, all the way in Switzerland. What's going on with my camera?
I don't know.
Um,
Wait, that's the Tim Smith.
from Switzerland.
He follows us.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shout
Big
out to
fan.
Tim Smith.
Shout out to Tim Smith. He alerted me to, did you know that there are everything bagel candles?
And this is the Tim Smith that sent you a
Oh
nice
yeah.
care package after your
Yeah.
father died.
You know what? I still have some of that Toblerone.
Yeah, well, he made me look bad, so Tim Smith is on my shit list. If
No,
Tim
but
Smith from Switzerland thinks I've forgiven him, wildly mistaken.
are you a candle guy? Scented candles?
I have a candle that I've put a few candles around my new apartment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, now you have an option of an everything bagel candle. Would you consider purchasing a candle that smells like an everything bagel?
No,
No. Okay.
I'm not above like maybe what if one smelled like KFC?
Okay. All right.
I'm not above the tasty candle, just not that one.
Okay. So that would be your number one, a KFC candle.
Oh, I don't know. Let's think about it. KFC is good.
I know that there's the bacon fanatics, but
Too
that
much.
would that is yeah, smelling that all the time. I mean, yeah,
What would be the best smelling fast food restaurant? Like McDonald's has that weird. I love
no,
McDonald's,
that's
but
not a good
has
smell.
that like if somebody walks. I remember back when I lived in New York City back 100 years ago. Remember if somebody walked onto the train like four cars down with a bag of McDonald's, you smelled it, like you just felt it.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
it's a distinct smell. but to me, it's not enticing anymore. It's the French fries, right? It's the French fries you're smelling.
I guess.
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
think.
I mean, yeah, the burgers are giving off the smell. But
It like doesn't actually smell like their food. Like it doesn't make me think, oh, McDonald's food is gross. It just makes me think, oh, McDonald's is here. Uh, I mean, it's a little gross.
no, I guess it's the grease. Grease gives off a smell. If
But
you go,
but actually now the thing about are fast food restaurants or fast food kind of designed to not have a scent? Like you kind they're kind of
I,
surprisingly
I think
unsenseful if you think
no,
about it.
I think maybe somebody can help me out in the comments, but I think there was a story about how restaurants actually even create a scent
Really?
that it's a conscious effort that they when they build the restaurant that they want a certain smell,
Mhm.
and it may be sort of created as much as it is the food itself.
Huh.
um
Because when you walk into a Burger King, you would think you'd be hit with like, I mean, Burger King or any of those, a lot of things happening. But when I'm thinking about it right now, it's not like you're overpowered with
you're
anything.
right. I don't think Burger King has the smell that
Yeah.
McDonald's has,
That's why I'm
which like
surprised I'm kind of drawing a blank for like what candle would I want?
which is why I am more suspicious now that McDonald's it's a created smell, more so because I think that's you just illustrated. You go into a Burger King, I don't really get a smell.
Yeah.
There is
Like are there so many smells of the different food that cancel each other out? Or is the food so much that it's not real food?
that's probably the ventilation system.
Ventilation
I mean,
system.
ventilation's a big deal. That's
They
drawing,
probably have great ventilation. You're
you
right.
know.
Uh, I prefer to go with the route to get some unfounded rumors going. The reason it's not Nova is because it's not real food, to
Mhm.
begin with. So, but yeah, other than KFC's like original, what would be my fast food candle?
Well, it doesn't have to be fast food. Like, I mean, some bakeries have like a really good smell. That bread smell.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good sort of
Well, not. I guess
comforting smell.
nothing beats bread, really.
Yeah,
You say what's a?
yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good example. Like you walk in, there's a. I can't think of one, but
You go into a good bakery, I mean, yeah, you know it, and it's the smell of good bread. Uh,
but
so
also I guarantee you could go Google right now, pick any fast food restaurant, and you can have a Arby's candle in 2 days. I bet you. I bet you.
well, yeah, we'll do some research for next week's show if people want to weigh in.
I am gonna try to think of what my dream
Cam,
food candle would
I didn't
be.
know this would throw you. I thought
Yeah,
this
no.
I thought this would be like something that would just blurt out of you,
Me
you
too.
know.
When you first started talking about it, I was like, oh shit.
You're,
And then that's what made me
you're
realize
giving this a lot more thought than I expected, but okay, we'll
I,
have
I think I think a lot of these places don't have a scent, which is a little suspicious.
uh,
Uh, like if it's real food, it should have a scent.
yeah, Wendy's doesn't. I'm thinking of Wendy's. I
I
don't know
love
that.
Wendy's, and
Yeah,
you walk into
Popeyes.
Wendy's, you
There's a
don't know you're in a
Popeyes near
Wendy's.
me.
No,
Chick-fil-A doesn't really have a smell.
no.
I think McDonald's probably manufactures that smell, or they're doing something specifically to, they probably done experiments on mice that will keep them in the restaurant longer eating food. I don't know, but
Is it like giving a scent to natural gas? Like it too can kill you, and it's no scent.
yeah, well, maybe one day, yeah.
That's the post for tomorrow.
Mhm.
Is fast food like natural gas? Boy, I
Everything.
think we hit on something here, young
Uh-huh.
Michael.
Well, here's the second
Fast
everything.
food does not smell because it's not food.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, actually, that comment. Have you seen that? It's a viral video. It's been going around.
Oh, viral video must be nice.
Viral
Why don't
video
I do one of those?
of I think a guy put some McDonald's nuggets. He put a little container of nuggets on the curb, to see what a dog would do as he approached the nuggets.
Don't you
And
dare
then
tell me a dog would not eat these McNuggets.
not only did the dog not eat the nuggets, it took a whiz on the nuggets. It literally
All right.
squatted down on the nuggets and pissed all over
All right. Number one,
them.
the the pissing is piling on.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that may have been generated by the owner. Uh,
This was
two,
a loose dog. It wasn't the owner didn't have this dog on a leash. This was
loose
a
dog.
what's the term? The stray. It was a stray. It was a stray wandering the streets. I don't know where this video was shot, but
I would suggest that's a compliment to the McNuggets because I'm sorry, I've seen dogs eat deer turds.
uh-huh.
So I'd rather him not want to eat something
Uh-huh.
I'd want to eat.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to eat deer turds. Do you
But
want to eat deer turds?
no,
No.
but anyway, that's out there. People want to check it out. Funny little video. Well, the Greg didn't find it as amusing
Hmm.
because the
Oh,
dog,
just like you with one of my
the
videos.
dog, the dog pissed on his favorite food.
Fuck that. Great. Took me all these years, but now I have a dog I don't like.
Uh, another everything bagel news item, food and
Boy, that
news.
is too. Wow, that is funny.
Did you know that here's a little thing that I learned today. I learned so many things today.
Just today,
I always thought it was
you
called
learn how the world works
I always thought
through
it was called
kiosks.
cup of soup, right? You've heard of cup of soup, right? Instant soup
Heard it.
mix.
I've bought it.
Okay, right. We've all bought it. I think I
Yeah.
bought it in the past. But it's not cup of soup. It's just
A
cup
potion?
soup. Cup soup.
Really?
Yeah. So cup soup. I'm 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 still calling it cup of soup. They have an everything bagel flavor now.
Hold on. So is cup soup what everybody's been calling cup of soup, and it's like Berenstain Bears after 50 years, we all suddenly realize it at the same time?
I think so.
Wow. I've been spelling
If
Little
we're
House on the
wrong,
Prairie
tell us
wrong
in the
for 10 years.
comments.
I've been spelling Little House on the Prairie wrong too, so.
But they now have an everything bagel soup flavor.
What is it? I didn't know everybody loved everything bagel so much. Like enough to put them on other food.
Yeah. Well, we talk a lot about these mashups, but this one I think I would try it, I think. You
Mike,
know?
let me explain something to you. You're learning a lot today. Let me give you another lesson.
Uh-huh.
Bagels are conduits for other foods to travel upon.
Uh-huh.
They are not to be traveled upon other foods.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just the toppings essentially that are making
Bagels
it
can host other foods.
the
Bagels don't need to be added to other foods.
Well, what's being added to the soup is just the toppings. Of course, there aren't chunks of bagels in the soup.
Mm.
So you're getting the sesame seeds, you're getting the garlic, you're getting the onion, you're getting caraway seeds, you're getting poppy.
Is that
I
what's
don't
on
know.
an everything bagel?
Yeah, all the seeds and
I've only
garlic.
had a couple. Is that your normal standard
Well,
bagel?
yeah, and well, sometimes there'll be salt, which I mean, yeah, I don't think they're putting extra salt in the soup, which has probably enough salt in it. But yeah, so it's all the toppings from an everything bagel thrown
I would have
into.
thought that would be your go-to bagel. I guess I like a plain bagel, but I'm not as vainglorious as you. So
I like,
I was hoping to catch your eye with that one.
you know what? I like if I'm feeling just sort of down to earth, I'll go with a sesame seed bagel. It gives you a nice little flavor
Well,
beyond the bagel.
yeah.
But then it's not overwhelming. The everything bagel is a crapshoot. I've discussed this in the past,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
where
would think so.
where it's so overloaded with poppy seeds, and of course, if you're an old person like me, you got to spend 10 minutes later fishing out all the poppy seeds from your in between your teeth.
Mm.
It's just a nightmare.
what you got to look forward to, young people.
I mean, I think I took a photo of this one everything bagel, and literally the whole bottom of the bagel was poppy seeds. It was, and
It would seem
it
like a
had more,
crapshoot.
and it had more poppy seeds than like a poppy seed bagel would have it. It was just like it was
Hmm.
too much. It was just excessive. I
I
should have
can
brought.
see where the everything bagels are crapshoot. But you said caraway seed?
Yeah, that's in this soup, but yeah, I don't
Is
think
it?
there's caraway seed bagels. Yeah, that one, I thought the same thing. I was like, caraway seeds.
But isn't that interesting? Like, I love Jewish rye bread.
Uh-huh.
Are there Jewish rye bagels? I don't know if I've ever seen one.
That's an interesting question.
Thank you, Mike.
Um, yeah,
How can
uh,
they not be?
maybe this is a future project for us now that the wheels are turning.
Create a business of rye bagels?
No, no, just that like people get into the rut with their bagels, right? I know your access to good bagels down there is like limited.
I don't like to brag, Mike, but limited.
Oh, you
There's
have good.
misery down there, son.
Oh, the Wegmans has good bagels.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now,
They're
do
nice
they have
bakery.
the do they have the whole variety, everything? Okay, all right. Well, you have good
I,
access.
I'm not a super bagel guy. I think so. I'll be glad to go take a photo when I'm down there if you'd like,
Uh-huh.
or get a little catalog going.
Well,
Normally, if I get a bagel, I just do a. Normally, I just get a regular one and
maybe we
surround
can
it with
go on a
butter.
bagel journey, and try some of the bagels. Yeah, there's so many bagels I don't try normally,
Or
you
we can
know.
have some integrity about us and eat egg foo young. I've never. But yeah, is that crazy? Is there no rye bagels? Jewish rye bagels?
I'm thinking there's got to be,
There's got to be. But
Yeah,
I've never.
because there
I feel like if I'd seen one, I would choose it because
I
I
would
love
buy
rye.
it. Yeah, no.
Hmm.
So maybe, we can throw that into the mix next week. Try a different bagel. We'll do that a couple weeks in a row.
Anything to not have to eat egg foo young. Shame on you,
Yeah, no.
Mike.
But so anyway, I would try that soup. Unfortunately, I think it's only available at Walmart. So
You know what I was thinking of? Speaking of bagels, I was having my toast today. And you know when you cut your toast, so you have like four pieces?
yeah.
It made me wonder. I always eat, I go left, right, top, top, bottom, bottom. Like I put on shoes and socks. I go sock, sock, shoe, shoe. But remember that All in the Family episode when Archie yells at Meathead? He's like, you're supposed to put on one sock, one shoe on one side, one sock, one shoe on the other side. So it dawned on me, I never thought of it. Are there some people that eat the top slice and then the bottom slice and then the top slice and then the bottom slice? And are these people history's greatest monsters? I'll start with you, Mike.
I can't believe Archie Bunker thinks that's the way to put on your shoes and socks. One
That's
leg
the
at it.
worst thing Archie Bunker said on All in the
Well,
Family.
but
No,
it's like really? I thought everybody puts on their socks first and
I
puts on
thought
their
so too.
shoes. Yeah, I mean that's
Sometimes
what
I'm like, am I standing in the shower the right way? How do people do that? Like, am I doing this the right way this whole time or wrong?
didn't we learn all this from Mr. Rogers, how to put on socks and shoes and the whole routine?
But how do
Um,
you eat your toast? You go top, top, bottom, bottom, or top, bottom,
you know what? I
bottom,
haven't.
top, bottom.
I'm an English muffin guy, but
Oh,
I'd get the toast at the diners if I went to a diner and got the breakfast. Yeah, I'd eat the top first. Yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah,
I don't
because then
know.
the
Let us know in the
bottom ones are
comments.
going to be better, right? The bottoms are going to be better because they're going to have the melted butter. You
Well,
know,
that's another thing. Now I was thinking about it. Who's had more pieces of toast than me?
uh-huh.
I'd love to meet this person. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, usually you pull out the first piece, you butter it, put it on the plate, get the second piece, butter it, throw it on top, and then go eat them. Why aren't we getting that first slice up top first, eating it first, because it's getting colder first. So that's the piece we should be eating first instead of the top one, right? Because that's like 15 seconds colder.
All right, yeah. Like I said, my reference for this is the diner experience, and when you get toast with your breakfast at a diner, it's exactly as you described. So I don't see how they're buttering it in the back. you know. I don't know. Yeah,
Well, that's different. Yeah,
I
restaurants
don't.
different.
I don't know if they're buttering
I'm talking about
one
restaurants
side,
different.
and yeah, maybe they don't
Restaurants
even have
different.
to butter the bottom. You know.
You don't have any control. But
Yeah.
as you pull that first one out of the toaster, that should be theoretically the one you eat first. But because you throw that on the plate first and dump the second one that's still hotter on, it's out of order.
Uh-huh.
You follow me?
Yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying, but wouldn't you just as well put the hotter one on the bottom and then put the other one on top when you put the butter on? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
pull the first one.
It's a conundrum.
So
You've
you
got
pull
a
the first
real
one and it's theoretically cooling.
right.
So put that down, butter the second one, but eat that first one first.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Makes
But
sense
you
to me.
said you like to combine. You like to put one slice on top of the other and then slice it so you get the four halves, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's a whole separate issue.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about in terms of the heat. Theoretically, you'd want to eat that first one first, but because you just throw the second one on top, the first one gets eaten last, and it could be a little colder and not as optimal.
I'm going to suggest something. Here's an idea for you.
Mm.
Just the first one out, you butter, you cut it in half. You got that one.
No,
Second,
no, I'm not cutting by
yeah.
itself.
Well,
And the other one's sitting in the
did,
toaster by
no,
itself, getting cold.
no, you get two slices coming out of the toaster at the same time, right?
Right,
So you want them to maximize the heat,
right.
right? So first one comes out, you butter it, you slice it.
I don't slice it. I
This
don't
way,
slice. I don't
it's
slice individually.
it's
I wait till they're
well,
all.
it's creating so much more work for you because you're gonna have to slice two pieces of bread instead of one.
That's crazy. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Well, and to be honest, sometimes, probably half the time, if I'm just sitting at home, I don't cut the toast anyway. So let's just focus
I'm trying
on,
to solve this mystery for
right.
you.
Forget
I
about
just
the,
gave you the answer and you're refusing to do it.
no, you didn't give me the answer. Forget about the cutting, right? That's a whole separate issue. I'm talking about, all right, boom, the two slices pop up. What do you think should happen?
You like to butter both of them, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, yeah, they should be the same heat. I mean, the only difference is going to be you can't. Well, actually, here's another idea.
Double
I just
knife butter stitch?
well, yeah, here's another idea. Instead of just buttering one slice of bread at the entire slice,
Mhm.
how about you butter half of it, butter the other half of the other slice, butter the first half, the second half, butter the second slice, but second half.
Okay, that got dumber as it went.
this
Okay. I
this
congratulate
this
you on
mystery
keeping
of
a straight
yours
face.
can only bring us to some sort of idiotic solution to the problem. It's not a problem.
It's not a problem, but it's a let's
Uh-huh.
maximize the potential of the toast. You know I'm on a high with this Wegmans toast. I talked about it last week.
All right. Well, this will.
I think I've been doing it wrong for half a century. I think once you have both of them buttered, you flip it and you start eating that bottom one first. That's all. I feel like you're not on the
If
board with
people,
me.
well, like I said, I'm not a toast guy. I'm a English muffin guy,
Mhm.
and it's not a conundrum like your toast thing. Your toast scenario. Um, there hasn't been an issue all these years you've been eating it, but now you're saying it's a problem.
Not a problem, but it occurred to me if something could be better,
Uh-huh. All
even
right.
theoretically.
Okay.
Like, okay, let's be honest.
Take it into the lab, you
Let's be
know.
honest.
Take it
If I
into the lab for
tasted
a
it,
week.
let's be honest. If I tasted it, who knows if I could tell the difference? But theoretically, wouldn't you like if we just invented toast right now?
Hmm.
We'd never had, and we were like, all right, what's the best way to do this? Theoretically, wouldn't that be the way you do it? as opposed to just this is the way we've been doing all our lives, and we really don't notice that much of a difference. But are you literally yawning while I'm talking about this?
No, I think it's time for you to take it into that nice kitchen of yours, run some experiments, with buttering, with slicing,
You
to
know,
maximize this optimal piece of toast and butter that
when
you
you
have
started,
this ideal in your head.
okay, when you
Because
started
you're
your thing
clearly on a
about
quest. I've thrown out a few suggestions. I've been scoffed. You scoffed at me, my suggestions. I think they were perfectly valid
not true.
hypotheses.
Wait, just now your butter thing?
I gave it two different
Okay, let me tell you something.
solutions to your problem.
Let me when you started talking about your solution, which to remind everybody it's dumb. I thought you were gonna say, let's get a Thomas Jefferson situation. He built that thing where like as he wrote a letter, a second pen was writing it along with it. So it'd always have a record of
All
it.
right, yeah, yeah.
I thought you were gonna suggest we create a butter knife, a thing where it's two butter knives. So as we're spreading it on one piece,
Simultaneous spreading, yeah.
simultaneously spreading. Did we just invent something?
I
Are we
think you just
investors?
invented something and you need to get on Shark Tank immediately.
Don't you tease me, Michaelis. Don't
I'm
not today.
No, I'm not joking around. The simultaneous toast spreader.
Simultaneous butter knife.
Well, we got to come up with a quicker name.
Simultaneous puts us two strikes
Simultaneous
together.
is
Puts us in a
descriptive.
hole.
It's accurate,
Right.
but we need a better word.
All right. I'm on it, Michaelis. And hey, let's
How
get
about the
McDonald's.
Swift spreader? The Swift
Swift
spreader.
spreader?
Swift spreader.
Mm.
Taylor
But maybe it
Swift. I mean, the
has to have
people.
something that connotes it's double though.
Swift
Swiffer
tail.
spreader?
Swift spreader. Yeah, it's a
Swift
Swift
spreader.
spreader.
Should there be something like double Swift sweater?
And it's going to look like a prong, right? It's going to have like one handle, and then it's going to
Mike,
have like,
Mike, forget the lottery tonight. We're about to be rich.
the Swift spreader.
Oh, this sun's coming through all of a sudden. Hold on. The Swift spreader.
The Swift spreader.
Oh, and once we've cracked that, we can go to the four slice toaster. Don't jinx it.
Yeah, no, okay.
All of a sudden, the sun just
Baby steps,
ooh,
one at a time.
yeah. Wow. Woo.
All
All right.
right.
I knew there was a reason my raison d'etre in this thing called life has always been buttered toast. And I feel like it's coming to a head now, and we are going to be rich. You and I are going to be tearing each other apart in court. Forget about lottery.
uh, we might as well stick on the breakfast theme then. Uh, what your I saw an article. Your favorite donuts. Every week there's a new article about food and what it says about your personality.
Mhm.
Do you have a favorite donut?
I have a current favorite donut.
Okay, it's changed over the years, which I think is probably right. I mean, if you're sticking with the same donut you liked as a kid, I don't know.
Yeah. I've
It's got to
realized I like,
mature. The favorite donut has to mature.
yeah, it has to evolve like
Yeah.
me. I would say recently, over the last years, I've fallen in love with the vanilla cream, just the plain. It's like a powdered donut, but the inside is that vanilla cream, not a custard, a cream.
Wow. Okay. I don't
Uh,
think I've ever had one of those
Fantastic. Very basic. Uh,
because the custard filled donut is number two favorite.
I don't mind. I like that, like a little Boston cream donut of custard with the chocolate on top. All right.
Uh-huh. I think the number one's going to blow your mind. What do you think the number one
Krispy
favorite
Kreme.
donut? What's that?
Krispy Kreme.
No. Well, no, we're not talking brands here.
Glazed.
No.
No. Is it
Glaze didn't even make the top three.
is it jelly?
Yeah. Which
When I
is
was a
like,
kid, yeah, when I was a kid, jelly donuts were like the whoa, like
right. Yeah. Yeah. When you're a kid. Um, and yeah, the jelly donut. And then we didn't even have it's hard to believe how ancient I am. that there was a time when Dunkin' Donuts were a treat in my house. That there wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts near us, and my father worked in, North Jersey,
Mhm.
and I guess yeah, he'd pass one on the way home and get a dozen of donuts, and it was such a treat. It's like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And at the time, my favorite was the uh it's not called, is it called the Boston cream? But it's like a powdered donut with the chocolate inside. What's that called?
I think it's just chocolate. That sounds exactly like mine, except instead of
Yours has
vanilla,
vanilla. Wow.
chocolate.
Okay.
I think it's the same,
Okay.
except the flavor. I think.
Yeah, the Boston cream donut is the round donut, full donut with custard in it, right? And
I think
maybe
so.
chocolate icing on top.
I think so. Yeah, that's what I consider it. Yeah.
I mean, that was a favorite when I first had that. That was quite a sensation too.
Like
But
I can't remember donuts when I was a kid, other than you just had those crappy dry ones
oh
when
yeah,
they
yeah,
would
yeah,
show up.
yeah,
But so yeah, so when a jelly donut presented itself, it was like, oh,
yeah.
next level.
But we did have a bakery nearby, and I think I've mentioned this before. We went to this bakery and got donuts and you know
Mm.
pastries every Sunday, and yeah, it was not a good, wasn't good for me as a kid, but I
Trying to think
loved
of
it. We I loved it.
yeah, trying to think of like a definitive brand donut as a kid, but yeah, I don't really remember.
The
We
number
get a
three,
bag of like the little shitty powder donuts.
yeah,
Yeah.
the number three donut, and this was confusing to me because they didn't really give you the full details. Like the number three donut was chocolate. Now, when they say a chocolate donut, do they mean just the plain donut with the chocolate icing?
Hmm.
That's what I thought they were talking about. Because
Or like the full chocolate cake one,
or okay, I didn't even think of that one.
like the full on chocolate.
Well, I think, last time I went on a run with donuts, it's been a while, was I like the Dunkin' Donut glazed chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the donut itself is chocolate, a chocolate donut with glaze. No
Oh,
stuffing or anything.
chocolate on chocolate.
No, it's just a glazed chocolate donut. There's no icing, just the glaze, but it's a chocolate donut
Oh, the
rather than
donut is chocolate, and
the
then it
the
has the
the
glaze.
donut. Yeah, the
Oh,
donut
okay,
itself is chocolate. So I
okay.
don't know what they're talking about when they say just, and they never give you the details. So
I
they
mean, plus
just,
just sticking chocolate on anything is going to get it into the top 10. So
yeah, I'm thinking when they say chocolate donut, I think the more popular one is just your regular donut with chocolate icing.
maybe,
That
yeah.
that's number three. Um, but so what is your favorite now? It's
Vanilla cream
vanilla
from
cream.
Dunkin'.
Okay, well, that's not mentioned in this article, but
Sounds like
I'll,
it's a bullshit article.
I guess the closest would be the custard filled, which was the number two.
Like I didn't know this kind of cream existed in a donut until a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever heard of it before.
But it sounds like it's the exact same as that chocolate cream one, just
Yeah.
different. Yeah. Very
Uh,
simple, delightful.
uh
And that's
But
from, I think I discovered at Dunkin', where I think I've also bragged about their surprisingly good grilled cheese. Check it out. Not said. All I'm saying.
all right, I'm gonna put you down as a custard filled, since you like the filled donut. So
But it's cream, but cream is different than custard.
no, I'm yeah. Your donut isn't mentioned in this article. I'm trying to figure out your personality closest to
Oh, I see.
the ones in this article.
Well, I'm talking about vanilla cream and a vanilla donut, so it seems like I'd be pretty vanilla,
Yeah.
right?
The custard filled, they don't go into it because I guess you can fill different donuts with the custard, right?
Mm. Like, what does your donut say about you?
Well, I figured the closest for me was the chocolate.
Mm.
So it says you recognize that life is too short and everyone should enjoy an indulgence. So to combine two of your favorite things,
Sounds like something the donut lobby would come up with.
so
Treat
to
yourself to an indulgence.
so to combine two of your favorite things, chocolate and a donut, is bliss.
Huh,
You're
that's a good
always up.
message.
You
Enjoy
are
life.
oh,
It's short.
you are always up for a party, and we'll have a wide circle of friends who know that you're fun to be around.
There you go.
All right.
I mean, how long is this fucking patting on the back thing going on?
No, I mean, I think the only insulting personality are for the people who like sprinkles. They
Yeah.
describe the sprinkles people as a child at heart.
I'll eat sprinkles, but yeah, I'm not seeking it. I'm not. It better if it falls in my lap, whatever. I mean,
Here's what it says about custard filled, which I guess is closest to you.
there's no cream filled.
No, there's no cream filled. There's jam filled. Would you prefer being associated with the jam filled or the custard filled?
I would think technically custard to be closer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can be quite a passionate, sometimes fiery person on the outside, but you are very kind and warm hearted. You are a sociable person who is always cheerful, even when life doesn't go your way.
It's like I wrote this. Yours is better.
you're, you're friendly, trustworthy,
A
and
sucker.
empathetic. Empathetic.
Empathetic?
Empathetic. Am I mispronouncing it?
Empathetic.
Empathetic. So,
I think you're doing it on purpose, so it sounds like
no, I'm
you're saying
reading here.
empathetic.
I'm not mincing. I'm not. I didn't
So
write.
if people turned off podcasts right now, the last thing they thought they heard was Mike called me pathetic. Like, oh, Greg must be pathetic. Yours is a lot better. Isn't that interesting?
Well, like I said, I don't even know if that's really my donut because I like the chocolate glazed over the donut with chocolate icing.
Hmm. Huh. I don't know if I
Anyway,
would have guessed yours the chocolate glaze. Hmm.
yeah, I've tried to cut out donuts. I mean, uh, yeah, I can't remember the last time I had one.
Yeah, I can't either.
You know, it's like pure sugar. It's
I
yeah.
walk by and look at them all the time downstairs, but
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty good at not getting them. I just like to look. I tell myself make an inventory of what they got going today. I mean, it's just like donut porn. Uh,
It's a bit much, you know, trying to avoid the baked goods. I went to this relatively new bakery and it was too much. I got a it was a brownies don't need icing. When did people get the idea that like brownies need icing?
I think once they saw my video with the peanut butter cups and whipped cream, that's when they decided, wait a minute, we can bump this shit up. You know, I don't have a problem with that. At some point, yeah, all these things, cake, icing, pie, ice cream, syrup, just throw them all together. Who cares? Donuts, slap them all together in a bowl.
I was in
Brown,
the mood for a brownie. Brownies, I guess, are my one of my recent weaknesses. Quick Check makes pretty good brownies,
quick check.
and
Okay.
they're way overpriced. I've cut them out. I haven't gotten them in a while. But I was
Can,
at this.
if we ever do, can we ever get the Jersey gang at a quick check to do a show? Let's do bring us. Let's ask that. That's the fellas.
Yeah,
Let's get together, do a quick check Jersey show. You ain't
A Jersey Quick Check roundtable.
sounds perfect.
But anyway,
Why am I the one coming up with these great things for Jersey?
I tried this new bakery, and yeah, I didn't have an option. The only brownie they had was ice. It had icing, and I'm like, ah.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, I wanted to try this place, and so I got one of those, and man, not only was it like sugar through the
Mm.
roof, it was just like, yeah, I almost went into a sugar coma on the spot.
Mm.
Plus, it was messy as hell. I mean, it's like the cleanup, just getting this icing all over my hands. It was just a nightmare.
I guess I don't see the brownie thing a lot, but actually now that I'm thinking about it, when I walk by to do my daily donut porn downstairs, I do walk by. They have a lot of cookies with like big, thick icing,
Really?
which is
Wow.
strange
Okay.
to me. Like it's like Super Bowl Sunday. It's like, oh, it's a football, all week long. It's like it's a bunny cookie or a carrot cookie,
Hmm.
or Jesus on a
All
cross.
right. Okay. Yeah. It's a way to make the cookie stand out during holidays. Okay. Yeah. But again, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Cookie doesn't need icing. I mean, come on. I guess
Yeah,
there's
I'm like,
just people who think that icing improves everything.
yeah. And I guess it
I wonder
can,
what the
but like
crossover is with the people who think whipped cream improves everything.
not everything. One thing. I mean, I get it in theory, like why wouldn't it? But like I'm really tempted walking by to now I'm looking at them. I'm really tempted to get one.
These cookies with icing, you know.
If I win the goddamn lottery tonight,
There you go.
I mean the
You're
cookie
gonna
butt.
treat yourself.
That's right.
Our friend Marissa Baldessaro, she saw your video with the whipped cream, and
Oh, did she hate it too?
no. She I guess she's a whipped cream fan, and she puts whipped cream on Oreos.
Yes. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't keep whipped cream in the house, so
I don't
it's
either, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's
it's
like
never a temptation.
maybe I will now because it's like
Uh-huh.
that was amazing. Yeah, the Oreos, I saw that. That sounds amazing. Well, why not?
You know what my whipped cream is?
Let me guess. Lentils and wheatgrass.
No,
Is it exercise?
no, peanut butter. Peanut butter. Like I'm tempted to put peanut butter on stuff.
Like
You know,
Doritos?
not Doritos. I mean, I tried it,
Hmm.
because I am a peanut butter guy. I tried it, that's
Wait,
the
are
one.
you? I don't know if I've picked up on that.
Oh yeah, no, I love peanut
Because that
butter.
peanut butter you showed looked so disgusting. Like
It's Jif. It's one of the most
it
popular
looked like
brands out
somebody had
there.
found what they thought was peanut butter somewhere in a garbage
No,
can.
yeah, I don't get chunky. You know what? I got chunky just for that experiment. I think I still have some up
I don't
there.
know how you can say you love peanut butter
Skippy Chunky.
without chunking, but hey, no judgment.
I finished a large Jif in the meanwhile. I think the Skippy Chunky is still hanging out. Um,
I don't understand, but
but I'll experiment with putting peanut butter on stuff.
all right. And
Just
I'll do
like
the
give
whipped cream.
it takes it up a notch. It takes
I
it
mean,
up a notch.
I mean, anything that's already incredibly sweet and sugary with shit
Right.
on it, like an Oreo or peanut butter cups, of
Uh-huh.
course, is just going to be better with whipped cream.
Uh-huh.
Like, why wouldn't it be?
All right.
It's a
I'll let you have
delivery
this one
system.
because
It's a delivery system for whipped cream.
the whipped cream thing is just totally foreign to me.
It
You
is to
know,
me too, but I'm learning.
I mean, I liked it on Jello when I was a kid. We kept it in the house. And we got the what is it? The not the like you said, not the aerosol. We got the what's the one that comes in the bowl? What's the brand?
Cool.
Cool Whip, yeah.
Oh, and then every once in a while, my mother would go through a spell where she'd make homemade
Oh yeah,
whipped
right. The
cream.
homemade whipped cream.
Get the fuck out.
It
Oh,
never, no, it never.
I
Well,
mean, it just
what's so hard about it? Why couldn't it be
well,
good?
no. I mean, for all I know, it was great. But when you're 10 or 11, you don't want to see homemade whipped cream.
I
It's
bet you it
like
was,
it's like
I bet you it was
loose and
good.
it's
You
like
just didn't
loose
know.
and
You were too ignorant at the
no,
time.
no. It's like when you're a kid. Do you want a McDonald's cheeseburger or one from home? Of course, the one at home's probably better, but
Yeah.
I was like, don't be bringing it.
No, when you're a kid, you don't know what the hell's going on.
But all I know is my body is so happy that at this age I'm deciding to go on a uh, aerosol whipped cream journey. So my body's thrilled.
Hmm. On that last cough, I think I think we're gonna wrap it up. Uh, Again, thanks for everybody. I think we went over the line here. This may be our first 2 hour episode.
Didn't we come close last week? Like
We came within like a minute or
a
two.
minute, right? Shit.
Yeah. I think this one put us over though.
All right, cool.
Anyway, thanks to everybody for listening. Hit that like button to subscribe. Subscribers are coming up. Thanks for the people who've ordered merchandise on spring.com. I've
Nice.
been putting the link in there.
like the
Uh,
hat that I threw over.
YouTube won't let us put it in the wait, well, they won't let us because we don't have the numbers yet.
Oh.
they're,
What's the
they're
purpose of that, do you think? What?
yeah, I don't know. It's punishing the little man.
Yeah, I don't understand that at
Why
all.
can't the little man have a side hustle? You
Yeah,
know, he's
that's
just starting out. You know,
I meant to ask you about that last week.
in
I don't
the
understand that at
YouTube
all. And
channel thing.
what skin off their nose is it? What do they fucking care?
Yeah, yeah, I don't get it. Yeah,
I don't understand.
you know, but
But yeah, we'll figure that. Don't, don't make me. I don't want to get pushed into taking on YouTube right now.
Google.
I'm already taking on Meathead, Taylor Swift. I got a couple of plates spinning.
Uh-huh.
China, I got to worry about taking on China now
China.
about the
Yeah.
Nuggets. I don't want it to take on YouTube, but that is absolute bullshit. But either way, everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for commenting and being a part of it every week and joining the comments. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Take care.
Got the fruit bowl?